Ted, 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 Ted. Woo! Now that we've finally met Darren, we can now officially call it the Ted route because that's who we picked, even though we're still not getting the option to see him. Doesn't matter though, because we got time, I think. Maybe. Let's go get our humidity up. How about that? Hi, people! Yay. My pipes, my people. Idiot 24. How about diligence? I like diligence. Yeah. That brings up your diligence. About 3. Yahoo! Now how about zeal? Can you get our zeal in the afternoon? Yeah, we can bring up a zeal in the afternoon. Or not. I guess you're not allowed to go to the gym in the afternoon. But cheerleading brings up our zeal. Beep, beep, beep. Our energy's low. We'll go take a nap. Yay. Today was a good day. Now that it's morning, how about our humidity again? Humidity's nice. Go to the cafeteria. Gonna talk with some people. Gonna make some friends. Woo! Diligence. Do your homework. That's wit. I don't want wit. On diligence. Now I want wit. I brought it up one. 27, 27, 31. Okay, so let's bring up our diligence again. Why not? Good God. Okay. We're gonna get our clues up, actually. We'll do that after this go up. Look for suspicious behavior. Talking to these girls gave me a good feel of the atmosphere. They're talking about. What are we doing? Sure. Nah. I was about to read that, but I realized it wasn't anything important. Let's do our humidity. Socialize with people? Yeah. Hey! Stop and talk to me! Talk to me! My friends are the best. They always know how to make me laugh. What do you fucking do? Our diligence could get up. Diligence, diligence, diligence. Can't believe I let this happen. How scatterbrained can I get? Ugh. It's gonna be a night. It's gonna be a nighttime soon. It's gonna be nighttime soon, and instead of being all snug in my dorm, I'm out and about in the life science department. I need to go back to Professor Garver's, Graves' lab. I can't find my textbook for his class, and the last time I remember having it was when I was over there asking him questions again. I think I might have accidentally left it. I'm hoping I did. I paid good money for that textbook. With that price tag, I ain't buying another one. So I say, but I better buy another book if I calm down a bit. What can I say? I'm just dedicated to the path of a good student. I'm just glad that I noticed my textbook was missing before all buildings were locked up. Down. Whatever direction you want to go. I think I have an hour or so until then, so I better get ASAP. Make it out to the lab building and head upstairs. Taking the stairs down 2 at a time, since I'm way too anxious to stand still in an elevator. I don't see many people around, which isn't surprising. It's getting late, and I'm sure people have better things to do than linger around the lab building. Like you. I'm not complaining. The less people are around, the less witnesses. And I'd die of embarrassment if anyone saw me running to the building like this. This makes me realize my mistake a million steps out of my dorm room too late. My hearing. What if his lab is locked? You suck at pronouncing things. Crap, I didn't think of that. There's no one around and the door's locked, and I just wasted all my time. Oh man, what am I gonna do? How will I be able to get in? Break in? I'll bother thinking about that if it comes down to it. Right now, I have to hope for the best. I can't see the professor's lab coming up ahead anyway. It's really quiet on this floor. It's a weird kind of quiet. You can't even hear white noise. Must be because barely anyone's here right now. I must want to tiptoe just so my footsteps don't disturb the calm. But that's kind of stupid. Who's around for me to disturb anyway? Take a deep breath, and once I reach the lab door, do or die time. Well, it's really do or cry time because I know I'm going to be crying if I can't get into this lab. I grab hold of the handle and turn it, and... oh, it turned! Good. I look at the handle, unable to believe it's turning. If it's turning. I turn the handle all the way, then push the door open, and it opens obediently for me. Yes, it opens. Time to get my book. Creepy. Though it is kind of weird that the door's unlocked. I mean, this is a lab. You don't want just anyone coming in and messing with things up, right? Doing good at reading. I really don't get science people type. I didn't read that. It's a little dark in the lab, but it's bright enough that I can see where I'm going. I think it was in the back. I was in the back talking to Professor Garver, like usual, and I took my book out. I should start there. I get excited when I think about how close I am to being home free. So excited, in fact, that I think the noises I hear are the sounds of my beating heart until I listen more carefully. I hum in a slight panic as I realize those noises are coming from the back room. Wait, is someone in here? I try to take a calming breath. Come on, Nicole. It has to be one of the interns who work in the lab. Like, who else could it be? A thief, the paranoid voice in my brain starts saying. Troublemaker, she continues. Okay, shut up, paranoid voice! Can't be any of that, like... Gosh, how good is our security team here anyway, right? Yeah. I don't remember in time before the door suddenly opens. Panicking, I duck down and crawl to the far side of the lab station. My back presses flat against it, and I try my hardest to keep my breath quiet as I hear footsteps. Nervously, I lean over to try to peek at who is in there. Please be someone I know. Please don't be a hooligan. My prayers are answered. I see familiar dark brown head of hair. Oh, thank God, it's just Jeff. I think it's Jeff. I'm just about to review myself when I notice that something's really off about him. It's his face. Like, no, it's not scared or disfigured. And he's smiling, but it's a weird kind of smile. It's a very self-satisfied smile, the kind you give yourself after setting up the best practical joke ever, and the person completely falls for it. He's walking different, too. Like a king of his domain. Jeff is really creepy! There's a kind of swagger to his step, like he knows he owns the area and anyone around it should know it, too. I mean, this is completely surreal. Is he okay? This is perfect! Okay, Jeff, you're really creepy. My breath hitches as I hear him speak. This cannot be his voice. I mean, I heard Jeff speak plenty of times before, and he's never spoken like that. Holding a hand over my mouth, I continue watching as he situates himself in the lab station. Hold on a second. Is that my book he's holding? Totally is, and he's just flipping through it like he owns it. Perhaps I spoke too soon. With a furrowed brow, Jeff sighs and claps the book shut. He releases it from his hands, letting it fall to the lab station with a loud thump. I forgot how utterly useless information from an introductory course of biology was. Of course I wouldn't learn anything new from it. What are you trying to do? He scoffs and eyes my book with a look of disdain. Honestly, I should burn this thing in for having brought my hopes up. Well, I wonder what conditions... I'm sorry, he's scaring me. What conditions the pages would burn the best. Okay, yeah, you really creep me out. Perhaps I could also form a chloride fire for the procedure. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? You like a murderer or something? He wants to do what with my book? To my book? I move without thinking, and my shoe produces a shrill screech as it rubs against the lab floor. Uh-oh. Unless Jeff is deaf, he's definitely going to notice that. Is someone there? Jeff's voice sounds like the one I'm used to now, but it's strained. It's like he's forcing it, which I think he might be doing. The cat's out of the bag now. I stand on my feet, apprehensively, keeping my eyes on Jeff the entire time. Hey! There, dude. I awkwardly gestured to my book. Seems like you found my book. Well, I'll just be on my way. I stiffly walk over to him and hastily try to swipe my book away. However, he plants his hand on the top of mine before I can pull back. Smiling, his eyes lock to mine, but I immediately know this is not the same smile I'm used to Jeff giving me. Yep! I'm really creeped out. So how long have you been there, Nicole? Well, funny story. I pull my book toward me super fast, knocking Jeff's hand out of the way, hugging it close to my chest with an arm, take a few steps back before I point accusingly at him. I know how to disarm a guy, so you better stay back! He doesn't have any weapons! Why is he in formal wear? In theory, my dad taught me a few simple things, but it's not like I've ever had to practice. Jeff looks at me with unfettered amusement. I take it as you were there the entire time. I didn't mean to be. I only came here looking for my book, but then I heard you in the back room and I panicked and hid. I was trying to be sneaky. Yes, I suppose it's only natural, considering the present climate hovering over our quaint college campus. But this means you have seen things you were not meant to. Nicole heard forbidden things. What things? Actually, I didn't hear anything. I just heard you being a little sadistic over a book. I take a few steps back as Jeff advances on me. He reminds me of a cat toying with his prey. That would make me the prey, wouldn't it? I must applaud you. Few are blessed enough to say that they have witnessed the true genius of Jeff Ryan. You are a lucky girl, Nicole. Yes, very lucky. You are very creepy. But wait, the true Jeff Ryan? Jeff, this isn't like you at all. I'm beginning to think someone's been huffing a few too many chemical fumes. Ha! I mean, it can't be. You're super nice and everyone looks up to you in the lab. If that isn't who you really are, then what are you saying? That's all. It's always the nice ones. It's either the quiet ones or the really nice ones. And I knew he was creepy from the start. Look how flat his hair is. You can never trust anybody who has flat hair like that. He doesn't have not even a little curly Q. I didn't trust him from the start. A farce, completely, utterly, truly, without rebuke. I almost said gruff. Jeff raises his hand and shrugs indifferently. You'd be surprised at what years of study and practice can do for you. Just go, mouse. Go away, mouse. Can do for your social life. That's all human interaction is, a formula. Encounter a person, simply add 1 part smile with 2 parts warmth, and the chance of successful exchange is at least 80%. Just look at you. It worked the first time we ever met. Did it not? My mind seriously can't handle this right now. So all this time, even back then, that kind, warm, good-natured Jeff was this loony, erotic, and mad scientist wannabe all along? Everything is happening so fast! But why would you go through all this trouble to pretend to be something you're not? That doesn't make any sense. I don't recall ever owing you an explanation. I do what I do because I'd be bored otherwise. An honest answer, if you would, please. Would I be as popular as I am today if I acted like this? How I truly am? God, you're so creepy! You're like a yandere, it's so creepy. You have 10 seconds to answer, and please make sure you reply with a simple yes or no. Huh? That's not a yes or no. I know that. You're just confusing me right now. Just want to leave. I hold a hand on my head. My thoughts won't stop spinning right now. Same. No, I don't think people will like you very much if you're being a huge jerk like you are now. He's not being a huge jerk. He's being really creepy. Jeff snaps his fingers. Correct. Sharp, Nicole, if I had a feeling you were sharp. What is going on behind me? Good God. Anywho, now that you know, I'm We're gonna die. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to kill you. Please be joking. You're joking right now, right? I'm joking, of course. Yeah, okay, good. I stomp my foot and yell in frustration, shaking out my nerves. Don't do that, it's not funny! Yes, your girl screams are of no entertainment to me, but seriously, do not speak a word of this to anyone. I work tirelessly to make sure my image is flawless. I hate that there's a litter box so close to my recording place. You just happened to be in an unfortunate accident. Do you understand? Not a word. I don't care how much to let others know. A genius sleeps among them. Key. Jeff snickers under his breath as I ponder over his proposal. I honestly still can't believe that the Jeff I thought I knew was basically a lie. If that's the case, why should I let him keep lying to everyone else too? What is the problem though? You act like a total jerk and then don't expect anyone to call you out on it? I shake my head. I can't condone that. I don't think I can keep your secret. Instead of being affronted or taken off guard like I expected, Jeff simply starts laughing. What's kiki? As predictable as anyone else, Nicole. You truly... How truly disappointing to think I was able to see this coming as clearly as the definition of HD monitor. Ugh, I need to stop him before he busts out any more lame metaphors. I don't care, I'm not going to promise you anything. Then I'm afraid your built-up report, wow, would dear Professor, be all for naught. For why would he want an associate with a girl who broke into his lab? The door was open! But I didn't break into his... A knowing glance from Jeff is all I need to understand what he's up to. You seriously not blackmail me over this right now? Oh, but I am. Yes, you may not be doing anything unsavory, but the very fact that you're in this lab will be enough to make the professor worry around you. Not something you want the man in charge of your grade, no? You want further... I didn't read that right. I can't believe this guy. What a complete and total ass! Ugh. Fine, whatever. You don't want me to say anything? Then I won't. There. The way Jeff starts laughing under his breath is enough to make me want to punch him in the face. I had a feeling you'd see it my way, Nicole. I don't like you! You're a total dick! You said that you came to the lab to retrieve your lost book. He gestured to the textbook in my hands. Oh, there's your useless textbook in your arms. You may leave my sights now. Okay, Your Highness. Trust me, I can't wait to leave his sights as soon as I can. However, before I go, this is one thing that's bothering me. I'm going, but can you tell me why you're even here so late in the first place? It's pretty weird. An innocent enough question. I suppose I can grace you with my answer. What are you, the king? It is simple. I am just a person who volunteers to make sure that everything in the lab is in its place. Doing so allows me time afterward to spend in the lab by myself. Oh, you're gonna be that one kind of scientist who's gonna create, like, some kind of, like, virus that makes everybody sick, and then you're also gonna make a cure so you can get money. You're gonna be that kind, aren't you? Why I do that, however, will still remain a secret. Such an idea of genius would be difficult to grasp, I'm sure. Phew. I fucking hate you! I hate you! I hate you so much! I do my best not to be creeped out and fail miserably. Okay, I'm going to leave you to whatever it is you do in here. Unconcerned, Jeff waves me off as I quickly leave the lab and slam the door shut behind me. Did that really just happen? Who would have thought that Mr. Perfect was actually too perfect to really exist? One thing I know for sure, though. I think I'm going to be spending a lot less time in Professor Garver's lab now. That was so creepy. What the fuck? What the fudge? Oh my god, he's so creepy. He's so creepy, I don't like him. I'm never doing his route. I don't care if I don't finish the game. That was the creepiest crap I've ever seen. What would Ted's associated stat be? I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't really know. How about 28? Okay, this real creepy music can go away. Thank you. That was creepy as all hell, and I never want to do it again. Now if it is a sight to see every day. Sight you see every day. It's around lunchtime and in the cafeteria to grab a bite to eat. I just don't expect to find Ted here too. I'm not saying I'm some sort of cafeteria regular, but I rarely see him here. Yay, Ted! Actually, I rarely see Ted around campus in general. I figure he must be working when he's not at school. Bug just landed on my arm. Well, this is too rare of an opportunity to pass up. Hiccup. I tightly grip my lunch tray as I go over to join him. I don't want to stumble and wind up spilling chicken soup all over him. Though that would be kinda hilarious. He'd get so mad. Ted has his table all to himself and papers are fanned out in front of him. Is he doing some kind of project? Oh man, I hope I didn't forget something for criminology class. Please don't tell me that's for criminology. Ted doesn't even look up as I stop by his table. Nope. Nice. First will think if you're gonna join me, sit on the other side. I don't want you messing up my files. These files. Ooh, are you doing an investigation for what's going on around the school? At least he didn't respond with a go away, Nicole, like I was expecting. Carefully, I seat myself opposite Ted. He's resting his forehead into a propped up palm, and the corner of his upper lip is bit between his teeth. Whatever he's doing, he's sure thinking about it hard. You don't want me to ask what you're doing, nope. I fucking love that. But you're gonna ask me anyway, aren't you? I grin. It's nice that he knows me by now. If that's not for class, what is it? It looks like you're having a hard time. Try to lean over to read what's on the paper, but Ted shoots me a glare strong. Enough to push me back. Classified, can't let you do that. Ted, why? Just tell me what you're doing. Fine, I'm planning out an employment strategy. Aw. Ted briefly holds up a paper and I see the words, now hiring, at the top in big bold letters. So it must be for your store. You're so diligent. Your diligence. I know it. So let's work on our diligence. So it must be for your store, right? Bingo. Remember that guy who ran out last time you were here? There? Whatever. You mean the one guy who let get away? Ted blushes angrily and he tilts his head. Shut up, that doesn't matter. Point is, he don't hang around the store no more. Anymore. Wow. Did he quit? He was fired. Oh. Yikes. Should've seen that coming. Poor guy. I can only imagine how hard Ted was on him. Now I have to hire someone to take his place right now. Plan what to put on the flyer. Where to post them. I've already made a list of establishments that allow advertising, organized by distance, of course. I stare at Ted in stunned silence. Oh, this to hang flyers? I don't think you have to go that far. Wrong, I have to make sure the best possible messages to spread the best possible manner to reach the best possible people. That way I'm guaranteed to get the best possible replacement. Gah! Ted returns as sorting through his papers as he has on the table. Get it? No, not really. What's the big deal? You might not get the best possible appointment, but you'll probably get someone really good anyway. Like me. Ted stops what he's doing and looks up at me. His gaze is intense and without mercy. What did I do? That's settling, and settling is not something I'm going to do with the store. It's too important for me to do that. Oh, you're so mad. Because it's your dad's. Something like that. He waves his hand like he's trying to shoo away an annoying bug. Ouch! Imagine Nicole is just a little fly. That's so cute. I ain't expecting you to understand, but don't get in my way and try to talk me out of this. I gotta do the best I can. It's a convenience store, dude. Fine, I'll shut up. Look down my bowl of chicken soup, suddenly remembering about it, and stir my spoon around the broth. I started eating quietly as Ted go back to his work. You're some kind of perfectionist, huh? Ted regards me with a side glance as I speak through the corner of my mouth. No, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Noticing my trepidation, Ted takes pity on my poor soul. And what's wrong with that? If I do the best job I can with all I can reap the rewards with no regrets. True. Yeah, but you're gonna get gray hair before you're 30. Ted scoffs and shakes his head. Have you seen my pa? It'll be a cold day in hell when that happens. Now if you ain't gonna help, then shut up. You're so mean to me. I'm trying to work in. I don't need to be laughing. No, what? I sorely spooned more of my soup into my mouth. At least he called me funny in his own way. What would you have to do for this job? Nothing too difficult. Work the register, stock the shelves, clean up, organize the back. I'd do the bunt of it. But I need to make sure whoever gets the job can do the rest. Oh, so it's pretty easy, huh? If you're okay, then sign me up! He's like, oh god, no! Oh god, no! No! I don't want to work with her! Ted jerks like I just punched him in the shoulder and looks up at me. He's trying to... I'm lost. He looks up at me like he's trying to gauge how serious I'm being right now. Don't tell me you're volunteering. What's with that face? It's only part-time, right? I can use the money. Oh god. Don't let her do it! Ted sits back in the seat and crosses his arms stubbornly. It's not gonna be as easy as just asking me. What makes you think I should hire you of all people? Because we're awesome. Look at it this way. I need a job, you need someone who thinks you're kinda scary. It's a win-win. You think I'm scary? In a way. Ted acts like it's some sort of honor. Don't get too ahead of yourself, bucko. I only said kinda scary. I can handle working for you. Oh, really? Yes, like, here, try me. Let's have an interview right now. Ted looks around at the noisy cafeteria background. Okay, so it's not your typical professional setting, but it's gonna have to do. He sighs, resigned, and stacks all the papers he had in a neat pile. Fine, this will be a good way to see how you are on your toes. I actually start to feel nervous as Ted cracks his knuckles and sits up straighter in his seat. You're done with your soup. No eating during the interview. Aww. My soup. Pitifully, I take one last sip and push my tray aside. I think Ted might be taking this a little too seriously. No, Miss Grave. He arches his brows. I reflexively snort. I'm not used to him addressing me so formally. I simmer down as Ted glares at me. Ouch, okay. Sorry, what were you saying? I was going to ask you, do you have any prior work experience? Well, I do some odd jobs around town. It's nothing too extensive. Other than that, I didn't do much during high school. Wait, no, I babysat my brother. Does that count? Not really. But I'll take that into consideration. I can babysit you! I'll babysit Kurt! How about that? Oh god, no. No! Don't let her do it! Tough crowd. Though I should have expected it. Considering it's Ted, I'm gonna have to do a really good job if I want to impress him. Alright, game face, Nicole! You have to show Ted that you want this job. We go through rigmarole as a usual interview. As your usual interview. Ted asked me if I had any time constraints that would get in the way. Nope. Why I'm interested in this job? Because of money. And if I've ever heard of their store before. Kinda. And so on. I think I'm doing pretty well. Ted doesn't look like he thinks I'm the dumbest idea ever anymore. Alright, final question. I quietly cheer under my breath. This is the home stretch. All I have to do is nail this question and Ted will probably consider me for the job. Well, okay. If you had to describe yourself in a music genre, which genre would you be? Okay, say what? Could you repeat the question, please? Simply put, what kind of music would you be if you're music? Ted looks at me with a smug expectancy. You're Southern! You like country! I don't know. Like he just knew the question would trip me up. Fine, I'll show him. I get ready because I'm going to hit this one out of the park. I'm not cheating. What are you talking about? You're Southern, so you like country. I'd be country music. I'd be pop music. I think that's good. Ted's face remains impassive. Go on. Well, pop music is usually energetic, and that's me. I'm 100% into anything I do. That's why people love being around me. I looked at Ted, expecting him to be impressed, but he still holds that weird expression in his face. My heart itches a little. Did I fall into some sort of trap? Hold on, I want to see. I like to think I'd be jazz music. Ted nods and gestures for me to continue. Because I don't know about the blues or anything like that, but swing and ragtime are jazz, right? Those are super lively, which is pretty fitting to me, and techniques using jazz are also impressive, just like my skills. Shit. But that's mainly for improvisation. I blink and cock my head. That's a thing in jazz. Yep. It's when a musician gets to pick whatever notes he wants to play and goes with it. It works well if you're skilled, but if you're a beginner, like a newly hired employee, it's likely to get to something. I don't know what that word is. So take that as saying hiring you would be a real gamble. But no, I won't be anything like that! I gotta kick myself as I realize I've fallen into Ted's trap, open my mouth and say, "Hold on! We're gonna pick country!" Even though he doesn't like it. Country. I swear if you said that because you think it appealed to my southern sensibilities. That is why. No, hear me out, don't jump the gun. That is so why. That is so why I picked it. Ted looks unamused as I playfully mimic his accent. I cough and easily return to my voice to normal. Some people just can't appreciate a good joke. I pick country because I like to keep consistent. I follow the formula that works to produce satisfactory results, but sometimes I change it up to produce something better. For something I totally just ad-libbed on the spot, I think it sounds good. Ted must think the same thing because he's looking at me slack-jawed. How was that, boss? Country music always wins over the southern boys! Whoa! Got a freaking frog in my throat! I guess a satisfactory answer. And because you're southern! I would flash the victory sign if it wasn't so unprofessional. That'll teach Ted to never doubt me again! Even though how many times I loaded in. Ted hides his awe with a Burskwe harumph and taps the edges of his paper against the table for effect. That concludes the interview. Yay! I release a pent-up breath and finally I rocks back. Got a little shaky at the end there, but overall I think that had to be good enough for Ted's standards. Hope it was, at least. So do I shake your hand now? No, you're good. I think I made my mind anyhow. Face itches. I lean across the table, pushing off the toes of my shoes, so I nearly reach Ted to the other side. Hey, buddy! And Ted lowers his eyelid and stares at me dead straight in the eye. You can have the job. Yahoo! One more time with Ted. His eyes clenched shut as I let out a victorious whoop. Gonna make some bank! Only because it'd be a real pain to take way more time to hold more interviews. You don't seem like you're a half-bad worker. I doubt you can be any worse than the last guy. Yeah, please don't compare me with him. I'm so relieved, though. Now that the interview is over, I can finally go back to eating. My nerves are so frayed that I feel like 10 times hungrier. When do I get to start? Please, not with your mouth full. God, you're such a mom! I swallow so Ted stops grimacing at me like I'm some sort of 4-year-old in a fancy restaurant. Better? Much. You can start after I talk with my pa about it. Once that's clear, I'll get in touch with you. Well, Ted grows a little bashful. That means I'm gonna need your number. Gonna get Nicole digits! Sure, no biggie. Give me yours while we're at it. I Ted amused as I pull my phone out of my pocket. I got Ted's digits. Yeah. You act like you're asking me out on a date. Shit it. I've never bothered with any of this. I wasn't sure if I was being too forward by asking. Well, here's some advice. Take a chill pill, boss. It's for work. I don't call me that. Oh, I love you too. Fine, Mr. Bossy. As soon as Ted's done groaning, we exchange numbers. The moment Ted's done entering mine into his phone, he returns it to his pocket and gets to his feet. Expect a call from me soon, Nicole. I'll be relying on your schedule. I'll be relaying your schedule to you once I sorted it out. Okie dokie. Are you going now? Well, there's no need to plan out my flyer distribution now that the problem's solved. Ted offers me a stiff farewell wave. So yeah. I'm out. Bye! I lift my hand to wave back, but Ted's already marching off before I get a chance to. I'm getting a sinking feeling that working for this guy isn't going to be a walk in the park. But hey, money is money. There isn't anything I can't handle. Whatever Ted has in store, I can bring it! I'll show Mr. Perfect that I can work just as hard as he can. We did it! Let's get our diligence up, because that's what you get with Ted. D-Bear. One more time. We did it! Oh, God. So does that mean I can... So it can't exactly work, but... What? I guess we have to wait? Let's get our clues up to 100 while we're here. +8. Holy shit. Got it up. Then more than 100. Do a diligence one more time. Chandran's is back when I get back to her room. I'm actually kind of grateful since today has got me beat. Nap time. Shrug my shoulder bag off into the floor, kick off my shoes, and fall face first onto my mattress. I'm so comfy, I really need this. Oh, I would love that right now. I drift off, hugging my pillow under my chin. It's like nothing can ruin this for me. My God! It's never that easy, though. I go as my phone starts buzzing in my pocket. I was so tired that didn't bother taking it out. I grumble with my face still in the pillow. I dig my pocket for my phone. I'm going to kill them. That fucking hand! Where is it coming from? Nope. Look at the caller ID with squinted eyes. Oh, just kidding. It's my mom. I sigh as I debate if I should answer or not. On one hand, I have a good excuse. I was taking a nap. On the other hand, my mom probably won't care. I'll answer the call and place the phone to my ear. Hello. Roll over on my back and look up at the ceiling. Thea, so I actually did remember you had a mom. Thea Murren, single working mother of 2. Who never lets me forget it. I love her. Don't get me wrong, but the woman is a world-class nagger. Hi, Mom, how are you? My voice is low, an enthusiastic drone. Just got home from the band booster meeting. You'll not believe how expensive these new uniforms are going to be. What? Her voice changed like 10 times during that. It's outrageous. Aren't there, like, fundraisers for that? Not enough, apparently. They want to sell cookie dough now. Who do you think we are, Miss Plains? I don't know what that is. My mom groaned into the telephone receiver as she finishes complaining. How are you? Caleb already misses you, by the way. Don't tell him I told you. No. I stood up and cradled my phone to my face. I always was close to my little brother Caleb. Thankfully, we didn't have the typical brother-sister relationship, where he always annoyed the heck out of me. I actually miss him a whole bunch right now. Tell him I miss him too. I'm doing fine. Classes are different. Like there's no homework. Pretty weird. Told you that would happen when you went to college, honey. It's going to be much different from here on out. Yeah, I know, Mom. Gosh, I can handle it. Fine, it wasn't your active performance I was worried about anyway. There was a weird pause on the other line. My mom's thinking of how to word something. That's not normal. My mom's the type of person who blurts the first thing that comes to mind. We're pretty similar that way. There have been disappearances around your school, haven't there? 3 girls have gone missing. Well, that's why she's all anxious sounding now. Yeah, I guess, but they all showed up eventually. They all did go missing. Don't be so flippant about it, Nicole. Mom, I'm not like people went missing. Pff, whatever. But if I start worrying about this, I'm going to be worrying all the time. Just relax. There haven't been any disappearances for a while now. Just... Chandra. Oh god, Chandra! Just take care of yourself, Nicole. I don't want to get some call of the police of how you've been missing for 72 hours. Hey, don't scare me like that! I shut out the thought and sat upright, legs crossed. I hooked the pillow tightly to my chest. I'll be okay, Mom. I'll be a good girl and sleep on time, blah blah blah. If it comes down to it, I can just use those maneuvers Dad taught me. Mm-hmm. Mom sounds less enthused. Did your father call you after he dropped you off? Your father. My mom says it like we're talking about the garbage man or the guy who works at the financial building and taking money for tuition. Nobody must be busy doing dad things, whatever they are. If he doesn't call you soon, he's going to be in trouble with me. I'm dying here. Yeah, so for his sake, that my dad calls me soon, then. When you're in trouble with my mom, you are seriously in trouble. So anything worrying you? Anything the matter? Are you good? I'm good, yeah. I like my roommate. I'm making a few friends around school. Class is fine. I got all under control, trust me. That wouldn't be the first time I've heard you say that, but okay, just be careful, Nicole. I mean it. Yes, Mom. I'm going to hang up now. Okay, bye, love you. Call before we go to bed. Will do, love you too, bye. That's just like me. I quickly hang up the call and drop the phone to my side. Maybe my mom can be such a worrywart sometimes. I guess I understand. Disappearances aren't anything to make light of. Like she said, but as long as I do what I'm supposed to, there's no way I'm going to get caught up in that. I close my eyes and turn over onto my side, hugging the throw pillow even tighter as I try to fall back to sleep. I guess it wouldn't hurt to be a little extra careful. Well, it's dusk. Go to bed. Well, due diligence one more time. Get up from your nap and clean your room. Cool. Oh, my voice is so dead. My voice is so dead. Duh. Not another cutscene, why? I'm gonna end it here, guys. Wow, that really sucked. And I'm gonna end it here before my voice cracks anymore. There it goes again. I'll see you guys next time.